Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is House of the Dragon, Episode 5. The episode begins in the Vale, where we meet Daemon Targaryen's wife. This whole series, he's talked about her like she's some awful, ugly person, but I mean, she's kind of hot and seems real cool. But while out riding, she meets a mysterious hooded figure. It is her husband, Daemon. And long story short, he's ready to be single again, and he kills her, makes it look like an accident. Now, King Viserys is taking a boat ride with his daughter Rhaenyra. They're going to the seat of House Velaryon. Yes, it's Driftmark in the castle of Hightower. Remember, the Velaryons are a huge naval power. This whole series so far, the Velaryons have almost married into the royal family, and now it's time to do it. He's like, your son Lionel, my daughter Rhaenyra. Now, there's a lot of different things to consider. First of all, remember, Corlys himself is married to Rhaenys Targaryen, the queen who never was, so his kids are half Targaryen. But that makes them distant cousins, and he's excited for his children to be in the royal line. The biggest issue is still the line of succession. Will Rhaenyra really be queen, or will he pass over her and make his son Aegon king? So this marriage is totally pointless for him. But Viserys assures him, like he's been doing the whole series, Rhaenyra is my heir, so she will be queen, your son will be king, and your grandkids will be the future rulers. The other question, of course, are Rhaenyra and Laenor okay with being married? And yeah, they grew up together as cousins, they're friends. Laenor seems a little depressed about it, but Rhaenyra is like, look, cuz, I know you're gay, that's fine. This marriage is a political arrangement, we can be friends and, bang whoever we want on the side. One of his knights is Laenor's redheaded boyfriend, who he loves very much, so great news for him. And Rhaenyra, of course, has her secret boyfriend, the King's Guard, Sir Criston Cole. He's like, hey, crazy idea, but hear me out here. What if you don't marry Laenor? What if you run away from this whole queen thing? You and I could sail to the free cities, marry each other, and just have a nice quiet life. And that's a little tempting, but Rhaenyra is like, no, I'm a Targaryen, I'm gonna be queen. You're okay with being my secret lover, right? But Sir Criston Cole is not really okay with that. Being a Kingsguard, you take a vow specifically not to bang your princess. He likes to think he's an honorable guy, but now he feels like an awful person, so he kind of breaks things off. Back in King's Landing, Otto Hightower has just been fired as Hand of the King, so he's going home. His daughter Alicent, the queen, is like, Dad, I don't want you to go. In fact, it's kind of her fault he's fired because she sided with Rhaenyra in the whole scandal of did she sleep with her Uncle Daemon. Otto Hightower, an interesting character. We don't know how much he's scheming and how much he's just trying to give good advice, but he has some hard advice for her now. Like, look, your best friend Rhaenyra, that's not gonna work out. If she takes the Iron Throne, half the realm is gonna rebel because they don't want a woman king. They're gonna try to put your son Aegon on the throne, so to protect her own claim, Rhaenyra's gonna have to kill your kids. And this whole succession crisis might happen sooner rather than later because King Viserys is real sick. We've seen it little by little since episode 1. He's got something awful and they're trying to leech him for it and cut off fingers to stop the spread, but it ain't working. Now, the new Hand of the King is Lord Lionel Strong, who was the king's second best advisor. We don't know much about what his deal is yet. He seems like a generic solid advisor, but his son Larys Strong is playing the Game of Thrones much harder. He's a very intelligent, observant guy who now approaches Alicent like, hey, is Rhaenyra okay? I heard the Grand Maester brought her some tea. Yes, remember, that's the Plan B tea he made just in case, and now Alicent's like, wait, did Rhaenyra lie to me and did bang Daemon? So watch out for Larys Strong here. He's stirring the pot. So as soon as everyone gets back, Alicent sets to interrogating Sir Criston Cole. Now she's just trying to ask him if as Rhaenyra's bodyguard, he saw anything with her and Daemon, but she doesn't say Daemon. She's like, I heard a rumor the queen got laid the other night, and he's feeling guilty, so he instantly confesses. Alicent Hightower with the epic poker face, like, don't say anything, just let him keep talking. He's like, I broke my oath, I'm a terrible person, you should have me executed, but she's like, that won't be necessary right now. So now, just a little later, it's wedding time, and all the lords of the realm are here for the party. It all seems like it'll go smoothly, but weddings in Game of Thrones never do. First problem is when Daemon shows up, who was not invited, but he seems to be on good behavior, so Viserys doesn't kick him out. The next drama is when Queen Alicent walks in late. She waited until right in the middle of Viserys' speech. She's looking great in her green dress, but Larys Strong points out when her family, the Hightowers, go to war, they light the beacon green. Yeah, she is not happy anymore, feels like her friend Rhaenyra betrayed and lied to her, and her father's advice is sunk in. She's ready to get ahead of this probable civil war. Then Daemon's wife's cousin comes to be like, yo bro, I know you killed her, but he's like, you can't prove it, GTFO. And Daemon's jumping right into that single life again when he goes after Laena Velaryon, the young girl who the king almost married but is now mostly grown up. They flirt pretty hard, she's totally down with it. But then Daemon goes for a dance with Rhaenyra like, hey, what are you marrying this guy for? You should be marrying me. But she's like, uncle, you had your shot with me and left me hanging. Like, are you all talk? You gonna kidnap me right now? Meanwhile, Laenor and his boyfriend are wondering who Rhaenyra's secret lover is, and it's super obvious it's Criston Cole. So Redhair goes over there like, hey man, let's be friends. We're gonna be spending a lot of time together if I'm banging the king and you're banging the queen. But Criston Cole is not chill with this. He was already feeling bad about it, and this guy figured it out in 1 second. Now suddenly there's a ruckus on the dance floor. What's happening? No one knows. Turns out it's Criston Cole attacking Redhair. Oh, he kills him, beats him to death. Why did he do it? Well, it's complex. Of course, it doesn't make sense logically, but I think he was feeling real guilty, and when this guy approached him about it, he's just lashed out. Now Sir Criston feels even guiltier, so he goes out to the Godswood. He's gonna kill himself, but Queen Alicent is there to stop him, hey man, don't. You still got a part to play. This obviously puts a damper on the party, so they rush the wedding forward to make sure it's official before any more shenanigans happen. He and Rhaenyra were so close to having a happy political marriage while they had their lovers on the side, but instead it's a heartbreaking scene as young Laenor sobs through his vows. They didn't even clean up the blood yet. And that's where House of the Dragon Episode 5 comes to an end. If you like this recap, hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies.